Hello everyone, my name is Palak Mattu, student of BTech Biotechnology, first year, second semester. The topic of my presentation is Production Technology of Pears. Before starting my presentation, I would like to thank my course instructor, Dr. Prashant Bakshi sir, who has given us this golden opportunity. So let's get started. These are the following contents. Number 1, botanical name. Number 2, introduction. Number 3, climate and soil. Number 4, varieties. Number 5, yield. Number 6, season for planting. Number 7, land and planting. Number 8, propagation. Number 9, training and pruning. Number 10, fertilizer. Number 11, intercropping. Number 12, irrigation. Number 13, weed control. Number 14, harvesting. Number 15, pest and diseases. Number 16, nutrition. And number 17, health benefits. Botanical description of pears. Botanical name: Pyrus communis. Family: Rosaceae. Origin: Europe. Chromosome number: 2n is equal to 51 triploid. Introduction: Pyrus communis, known as the European pear or common pear, is a species of pear native to the Central and Eastern Europe, and Southwest pear is next only to the apple in importance, accuracy, production and varietal diversity among the temperate fruits in India. It is grown under temperate and subtropical conditions because of its wider climatic and soil adaptability. It is primarily grown in hills at 1700 to 2400 meter above mean sea level in the states of Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, and Uttar Pradesh. Low chilling pears have adapted very well in the subtropical regions. Climate and soil: Pear grows best in deep, medium-textured and well-drained soils. Pear can be grown from foothills to high hills, 600 to 2700 msl, experiencing 500 to 1500 chilling hours. It can tolerate as low as -26 degrees Celsius temperature when dormant and as high as 45 degrees during growing periods. Soil requirements: Pear cultivation can be done on an assortment of soil extending from sandy loam to clay loam. Best outcome can be achieved when cultivation is done in deep soil with good drainage. The soil should not contain a soil pan or a dense layer of soil below the first layer of soil. Pear grows best in neutral or slightly acidic soil, and the pH range should not cross 7.5. Bosc pear: The bosc pear stands a head taller than the other pears with its elongated slender neck. The brown pear has a relatively rough texture and can have hints of yellow or green. The pear's white flesh is sweet, crisp, and firm to the touch. If a recipe calls for poaching, bosc pears are a good choice since they will keep their shape and not turn to mush. They are also good for eating raw and baking. Forelli pears: This pear is easy to identify due to its small size, ovalish shape, smooth skin, and striking yellowish-green fruncled skin, which turns a beautiful red as it ripens. Sweet and delicate, Forellis are an old European varieties. Because of their sweetness and size, Forellis are a good fruit choice for young children's snacks. Bartlett pear: Bartlett pears come in both yellow and red. Red Bartletts are common throughout the US. Other than a difference in color, the two varieties share many qualities: a delicate thin skin, a sweet taste, and a bite that's juicy and soft. The Bartlett is one of older pear varieties, first developed in the late 1700s in the United States. Bartlett used to make up most of Americans' pear production. They have since given way to Anuj and Boscs, and they are still the most popular variety in the country. Most canned and processed pears puree juices are made from bartlets. Use the bartlets when baking. Taylor's gold pear, related to the Comaise pear, this large New Zealand pear is almost round and has a golden brown skin. Its sweet, juicy flesh is so smooth that it almost melts in your mouth. This is good for making jams, jellies, and sauces. Angiosperm. Of the two types of angiosperm, the green pear are easier to find, although red angios are green ground, short, squat, and very plump. These pears look as if they are almost have no neck, giving them an egg-like appearance. Both varieties have a smooth skin with flesh that's juicy and firm. Green angios green and even when fully ripened. These are best even raw. Asian pears. This apple-shaped pear is unusual in many regards. First, it has a very unpear-like shape. Second, the skin texture is a little gritty and not as soft as that of other pears. Third, the flesh is not exceptionally juicy, relatively speaking, and has crispness that borders on crunchy. Fourth, it lacks a typical pear flavor. And finally, unlike many fruits, the Asian pear is ripe when it's firm, not when it becomes more palatable to the touch. Take advantage of the Asian pear's characteristics by eating it raw and in salads and slaws. Comice pear. Comice pears come in both red and green varieties. Comice red pears, however, are still relatively new, having been first found in the orchards in 1970s. Both red and green Comice pears have skin that breaks very easily, and they are very sweet, creamy textured and juicy. It's popular in holiday gift fruit baskets, so it has become known as crisp pear. These pears are not ideal for poaching because of their relatively delicate nature and juiciness, but they are great for baking and eating with cheese. Highly prized by the French. Enjoy this pear with a good French brie or another soft creamy fromage. Yield of pear. The common pear yield 100 to 120 kg per tree per year. New pear and Kaifar yield 70 to 80 kg per tree per year. Georgian Nelly and William pear yield 30 to 40 kg per tree per year. Season for planting. Planting season is different from both plain and hilly regions. For plains, it ranges between December and February, and for hilly areas, it ranges between March and April. Land and planting: the area of land should be free of shrubs or stones or any stagnant water. Plough the soil and level it to make it best for planting. Land topography and the variety determines the system of planting. However, rectangular or square system of planting is majorly followed in the plains and contour system is followed in the hilly regions. Planting distance is decided based on the variety of pear, soil type, rootstock, climate and system of planting. Spacing of 6 into 6 meter is followed for commercial cultivation. Pit size of 60 centimeter into 60 centimeter into 60 centimeter is prepared and should be filled with soil and farmyard manures, and around 20 to 25 grams of adenine or BHC dust. Planting basins should be created immediately and the soil level should be kept a bit high near to the trunk to avoid unnecessary spillage of water onto the trunk. Put water immediately to the settle into the soil. Propagation. Propagation can be done through seeds, air-old grafts, rooted cuttings, rootstocks, and etc. Training and pruning. Pear cultivation is done through central leader systems, which can freely stand or can stand with the help of post or wire system. In the central leader system, around 5 branches are developed in the first 3 to 4 years. Then the main branch is allowed to be promoted, and the rest of the branches are kept below the main branch to form a conical shape. For pruning, a little bit of thinning is required along with the removal of dead and broken branches. Training and pruning of for pears mostly similar to that of apple. Fertilizers. Within 3 years, cow dung used around 15 to 20 kilograms, urea around 150 to 300 grams, SSP up to 250 to 600 grams, and MOP up to 200 to 450 grams. 4 to 6 years, cow dung used around 20 to 35 kilograms, urea around 350 to 600 grams, SSP up to 750 to 1150 grams, and MOP up to 550 to 900 grams. 7 to 9 years, cow dung used around 40 to 65 kilograms, urea around 650 to 900 grams, SSP up to 1350 to 1800 grams, and MOP up to 1000 to 1300 grams. 10 and above years, cow dung used around 60 kilograms, urea around 950 grams, SSP up to 1900 grams, MOP up to 1500 grams. Intercropping. Some of the crops includes mush, moong, wheat, gram, and etc. Irrigation. Watering starts with the pits and then planting is done. Immediate watering should be done after planting to settle the trunk. Leave it like for another 2 to 3 days before watering the plants again. Successive irrigation is to be done on a needed basis. In summers, irrigation has to be done in an interval of 5 to 7 days, and in winters the changes to around 15 days. The soil moisture gripping capacity also matters to determine the interval of irrigation of the plants. Weed control. Weed control is done by spraying Diron 1600 grams per acre of land after plowing. Post-emergency weed control can be done by glyphosate 1200 milliliters per 200 liters of water to be sprayed per acres of land. Harvesting. Harvesting can be done when the fruit is still green for long distance set points, and for local selling, ready to eat, that is, fully ripe fruits to be harvested. Fruits can be stored into layers in cartons and wooden boxes. Pests and diseases. The most common diseases affecting pear trees in California are fire blights and pear scab. Blossom blast and oak root fungus also occurs in some pear orchards but are limited geographically. Fire blights caused by the bacterium Erevena amblivora is most common in the Delta region of California. The bacteria overwinter in pear trees in holdover cannulas. In the spring infected trees have dead flower clusters and shoots, along with oozing in young tissues. Pear trees are susceptible to fire blight infection in open flowers during blooms. Fire blight susceptibility persists longer into the season in Bartlett and Stark-Crimson cultivars due to their extended bloom period. The disease is prevented primarily by the use of bactericide spray that contains copper, fectomycin, and terramycin. Infected plants are periodically cutted well below the infected zone. Cuttings should be removed and buried to prevent bacterial spores from spreading throughout the trees. Pear scab caused by the fungus Venturaria peregrina is the most common during the early growing seasons in the north coastal region and occasionally in the Sacramento River district. The fungus can infect several parts of the trees including blossoms, leaves, fruits and young twigs. Early infection causes scab-like lysine on the fruit and can alter fruit shape. Fungicides are typically used during high humidity conditions to prevent the growth and spread of pear scab. Nutrition: A medium-sized pear (178 grams) provides the following nutrients: calorie 101, protein 1 gram, carbs 27 grams, fiber 6 gram, vitamin C 12% of daily value, vitamin K 6% of daily value, potassium 4% of daily value, copper 16% of daily value. Health benefits: Pears are rich in essential antioxidants, plant compounds, and dietary fiber. They are pack all of these nutrients in a fat-free, cholesterol-free, 100-calorie package. As part of a balanced, nutritious diet, consuming pear should support weight loss and reduce a person's risk of cancer, diabetes, and heart diseases. At last I thank you all for watching my presentation.